The Golden State Warriors have made a significant move by acquiring former Celtics guard Dennis Schroder. This trade comes on the heels of the Warriors' eligibility to deal DeAnthony Melton, who is unfortunately out for the season with a torn ACL. The Warriors wasted no time in making this decision, officially trading Melton along with 3 future second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets in exchange for Schroder, who has been averaging an impressive 18.4 points and a career-high 6.6 assists per game this season. Now, as a passionate Celtics fan, I can't help but feel a mix of emotions about this trade. Schroder was a valuable player for Boston, and seeing him in a Warriors uniform is definitely a bittersweet moment. He's expected to back up and even play alongside Steph Curry, which could create a dynamic backcourt that poses a real threat to opposing teams. But let's take a moment to analyze what this means for both the Warriors and the Celtics. For the Warriors, adding Schroder enhances their depth and provides them with a competent playmaker who can navigate the game and relieve some pressure off Curry. With his ability to score and create shots, he could be a crucial piece in their chase for another championship. The Warriors are clearly in win-now mode, and this move shows they're serious about bolstering their roster. But what does this mean for us Celtics fans? Well, it's a reminder of how quickly the landscape of the NBA can shift. While we're focused on our own team's development and trajectory, it's hard not to feel envious of the Warriors' ability to make such strategic trades. We've seen how quickly a team can go from contender to champion with the right pieces in place. And honestly, I'm torn here. While I respect Schroder's talent and contributions, I wish he were still helping the Celtics make a playoff push. Now let's not forget the Nets in this equation. With the departure of Schroder, they're now intensifying their efforts to move Ben Simmons and his $40 million expiring contract. This situation adds another layer of intrigue to the Eastern Conference. Simmons has been a polarizing figure in the NBA, and his future is uncertain. The Nets are clearly trying to reshape their roster, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. As Celtics fans, we have to think about the long-term implications of these moves around the league. With teams like the Warriors making bold acquisitions, it raises the stakes for our team. Are we doing enough to compete with these powerhouses? Do we have the right pieces in place to make our own championship run? You believe that this was the best decision? I, honestly, am divided on how we can respond to such strategic plays from other teams. Moving forward, it's crucial for us to keep our eyes on our own roster and how we can improve. The Celtics have a solid foundation, but we need to ensure we're making the right decisions to keep pace in a competitive league. Every trade and acquisition impacts the dynamics of the Eastern Conference, and we need to stay proactive rather than reactive. And you, what do you think? I want to hear your opinions down below. Are you worried about how this trade affects the Celtics? Do you think we should be making moves of our own? Let's get the discussion going. Your thoughts matter, and I'm eager to see how we all feel about these developments. Pritchard is making waves, and after the Celtics' latest win over the Washington Wizards, he's ready to prove the doubters wrong. With a 1-12-98 victory under their belts, Pritchard is not just basking in the glory of his offensive numbers, but is vocal about wanting to change the narrative surrounding his defense. "I really want to be known as a two-way player," he stated, clearly feeling the heat from critics who label him a defensive liability. It's about time we recognize that Pritchard is working tirelessly to prove them wrong. Now let's face it, at 6'1", he's not the most imposing defender out there, especially when you consider the likes of Drew Holiday and Derek White. But here's the kicker. Head coach Joe Mazzulla has consistently praised Pritchard's growth as an on-ball defender. The dude is on track to double his career-high steals this season. That's not just growth, that's a commitment to improvement. Pritchard's mindset is all about making life difficult for opponents, and he backs that up with hustle. He mentioned, "It's just coming back and doing it play after play after play, and that's the mentality we need from our players." In that game against the Wizards, Pritchard played an astonishing 37 minutes, where he was relentless in his pursuit of Jordan Poole. Even when he stumbled, he managed to get into Poole's head, causing him to miss critical shots. That's the kind of gritty play that can change the dynamics of a game. Sure, Poole finished with a team-high 21 points, but he struggled from beyond the arc, going just 3 for 11 on threes. Pritchard's defensive efforts are starting to show dividends, and as fans, we should take notice. The numbers speak volumes. Pritchard recorded a double-double off the bench with 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. Those 11 boards were his most since April 2023. That's not just a role player stepping up, that's a statement. And let's not overlook the fact that he's the second NBA player this season to hit 100 threes, joining the ranks of Anthony Edwards. With 13 games of at least 5 made threes, he's leading the league in that category. You have to wonder, is this the rise of a potential 6th man of the year? Mazzulla emphasized that it's not only about Pritchard's offense, but his all-around game. He's taking some pressure off our star players like Drew and Jaylen Brown, allowing them to focus on their matchups against the league's best. When we have a player like Pritchard who can disrupt an opponent's rhythm, it's a game changer. I can't help but feel that if he keeps this up, he could be a key factor in our playoff push. But here's the thing. Is this sustainable? Can Pritchard continue to be that two-way player he aspires to be, especially with the physical toll it takes? I'm honestly torn. While I believe in his potential, the NBA is a grueling marathon, not a sprint. He'll need to maintain this level of intensity throughout the season. And what about the critics? Will they finally give him the credit he deserves, or will they continue to cling to old narratives? And you, what do you think? Is Peyton Pritchard on the right path to becoming a complete player? Or are we getting ahead of ourselves? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Honestly, this could be a pivotal moment in his career, and the implications for the Celtics are huge. If he can keep improving, we're looking at a more formidable team as we head into the playoffs. So don't forget to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates on our Boston Celtics. And make sure to activate the notification bell so you don't miss any breaking news or game analysis. The season is heating up, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next.